Yo, what up, Fight World? We are back today for a second emergency stream. We're being joined by the man himself, the MMA ticket, Dwayne Alvarado. We got KP in the building, and then we got Jersey's living legend, Adrian. Say what's up to the people, y'all.
What's going on?
What's up, guys?
There you go. There you go. All right. So really quickly, hold on. Let me just go on really quickly. Let me get us monetized really fast, and then we're here. We're doing this. Give me one quick second. Let me just add the thumbnail, and then we will be all good to go. Boom, boom. All right, perfect. All right, guys. So, as big news, you guys all heard Jorge Masvidal, Colby Covington signed for, I believe, March. What do you guys think about that? Let's start off with Adrian.
The second I saw that the fight got signed, I texted you guys. I was like, "Yo, let's start the pod. Start the tube. I'm very excited. I can't believe this fight got signed. It's unfortunate that it's 7 weeks away, and that we won't get like a full 3 month build-up, because the build-up is probably going to be better than the fight. So, I'm happy for both guys. I think this is the best fight for both guys right now. I can't wait. I love it. It's a main event. 5 rounds. I love it. I mean, I think Colby's probably going to most likely win, but I don't even care about the actual fight. I'm more so excited about the interviews, the press conferences. I can't wait. Like I said, I really like both guys. So,
yo, Dwayne, what do you think about it?
Yeah, man. Listen, the build up to this fight is going to be second to almost none, man. I can't wait to hear the promos being cut on this fight. And yeah, it kind of sucks. I honestly, I thought this was going to be one of those Ultimate Fighter chances. I thought we were really going to get to give the fans what they wanted to kind of see. A good build up to the fight, though. That's what's going to happen. But I really, this is going to be a good one probably for Covington.
All right, KP, what do you think on it? Yo.
Nah, man, I think it's a great fight. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
You hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. You're good.
Okay, my thing's cutting out. I'm driving, but yeah, it's a great fight. I don't really like it. That is the 7 weeks, kind of the same thing. The build-up is what I'm more interested in. He hit the nail on the head. This would have been actually a perfect Ultimate Fighter type of build-up. Their backstory is pretty would sell a lot. They were weren't they like best friends or something, living in the same house together and everything?
I think they were training partners at one point too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were college roommates or something. So, the backstory would be crazy. All we can hope is for great promos and a big countdown show. I think it's a great fight, explosive. Me personally, I kind of was interested in seeing Masvidal versus Leon. They also have a good backstory. I just feel like if Maz loses this fight in bad fashion, he's kind of, not that he's done, but big fights he might kind of be. I don't know if he can pull off the kind of Nate Diaz style, but I think this is it for Maz in a sense. If he gets beat bad.
Okay. All right, Dwayne. So really quickly, how do you think this fight goes, man? Break it down for me.
Listen, I think I, in a way, don't think it's a secret. Masvidal is going to look to stand on his feet, but I don't see Colby backing down from that stand-up war either. I think the eye test might almost show that Covington is the better wrestler here. And Masvidal is more on the stand-up game. He wants to keep his standing in every one of his fights. Covington does have good stand-up. It's going to happen standing up. But I also see this kind of being a grind-out decision too, to where honestly, Masvidal's not going to have much to really answer about that. So,
right. Adrian, what do you think?
I think it's going to definitely. I think Colby's definitely going to stand with him. I think Colby's got the better hands. I think Masvidal has the better kicks. Mm-hmm. Colby's a much better fighter, especially all around. Mm-hmm. He's an excellent fighter. He does everything great. Mm-hmm. His wrestling is elite. His grappling is elite. His transition is just incredible. The way he could transition from, trying to, pummel, clinch, takedown, striking. And he showed a lot in the last Usman fight. I mean, you could make an argument that he won 3 rounds. I don't think he did, but it was a lot closer than what was made seem. I thought he did extremely well against Usman. The biggest unknown is who knows what actually went down in those training rooms. I mean, I've heard and I've read multiple training partners say that Colby just used to wash him and Dustin Poirier. I've heard that Colby just used to pretty much abuse these guys. But who knows? This is why it's going to be, it's going to sell a lot of pay-per-views. I'm really excited and I'm happy for both guys.
Who do you think wins, though?
Colby's just a much better fighter. So I think Colby wins. I still think deep down these guys are both friends because they're brothers, man. They grew up together as a fighter. They lived together for years. I don't know if Colby's gonna push and finish him. You know what I mean? Because I still think he cares about the dude. But yeah, because I think Colby could finish him if he wants. But I don't think Usman brings anything to the table that's gonna
You mean Masvidal?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't think Masvidal brings anything to the table that's gonna make it even a close fight. To be honest with you.
All right, KP. What about you? What are your thoughts?
I disagree. I think, like I said, I gotta go back and do a little bit more studying on Colby because right now, just from what's clear in my head, I feel like Masvidal has the better boxing fundamentals. So when you say he got better hands, I disagree on that. But like I said, I'm gonna go double check. You know what I mean? I do think Masvidal has the better.
Did he have when he got knocked out?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean nothing. Styles make fights. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The first fight he didn't get knocked out. Colby got his jaw broken. Didn't Colby get stopped too in the first? He got stopped
in the first fight. Yeah, he got stopped.
Yeah. Well, apparently he never broke his jaw. Just to be clear, that
well, he did
never
something.
Confirmed.
Well,
it was just never confirmed. Apparently.
Masvidal is the much more explosive fighter. When it comes to exploding, I feel Masvidal is the explosive striker. I feel he has the heavier kicks and the heavier hands. If there was a stoppage, I think it would be Masvidal. I don't think it would be a stoppage though. I could see it being one-sided, but I have a feeling it's going to be more competitive. Obviously, Colby can make this a one-sided, take him to the ground and just drag him out type of fight. But I feel like he's going to stand and trade to Masvidal. I think it's going to be a stand-up fight. I don't really think Colby is going to use his wrestling like he can or should. I think it's going to be one of those fights he can make it a lot easier type of fights.
Who wins if what KP says is true? Let's say Colby just says, you know what, I'm just gonna trade and bang with him. Who do you guys think? Who do you give the edge to if that's exactly what Colby decides to do?
Colby is more active. He has the higher work rate, so he could still win the stand up off of just outworking Masvidal. But like I said, Masvidal is gonna be landing probably more explosive shots, but Colby's gonna probably land a lot more. Colby's a lot similar to me, in my opinion, of just a better version maybe of Nate and Nick when it comes to people who just throw a million punches. But like I said, Masvidal has the heavier hands, so he throws less, but when he lands, it's bigger shots.
All right, Dwayne, same question to you. Who do you think if they keep it on the feet and it's just trade hands? Who do you give the edge to?
Yeah, I think you gotta give the edge to Masvidal with just the hands. I think he probably better at a little bit with the parries. Little bit of slipping, but I just figured that's been Masvidal's game, so to say that maybe Masvidal's not just that, I guess, I don't know. But Covington, he's got that volume throwing percentage with him, just like Diaz is, so I either way, I see just Covington kind of smothering him probably against the cage, clinching him, and then taking him down against the cage a lot and trying to use that as his advantage to win the fight.
Wow. So nobody here thinks that Masvidal can get it done?
No.
I think Masvidal's got to get him out of there in the first two.
First two? Oof.
Yeah.
He's got to try and knock him out.
No respect for my man Game Bread, huh? And you
No,
know what?
not that, man.
It's
just
a good question. Go ahead.
No, it's just, what it is, the pressure of Colby's style, him constantly moving forward. There's only a handful of fighters that could deal with that pressure. It's maybe one or two. There's only one in that division, but if he moves up, moves down, Colby's pressure is what makes him elite and makes him an amazing fighter. If he pressured Usman for 25 minutes. You know, he's a tough guy for anyone, man.
Right.
Colby Covington is just an excellent fighter. So
I mean, and I was gonna say, I pointed out Ahmed Warsame. Sorry if I butchered your name. He says, I don't know what you do with the winner here. Both already lost to Usman twice, which is true. What do you do? Like, whoever wins this fight, what do you think?
Wait, you just got to see listen, if Usman loses to Leon Edwards, you know, then there's a new champ, and then they both are pretty much in the running for who's got next. You know, maybe you just gotta have to wait. No, I'm just saying you never you know.
I mean, I guess you never know. Anybody could be anybody in any given
Johnny,
you gotta wait.
Though. It's MMA though, man. I never get surprised when fighters lose in MMA. I don't care how high pedestal they are held. They always lose to the person you don't think they're gonna lose to. It's MMA, bro. It's like that. That's why I'm never surprised. You know, nobody thought Rose was gonna beat Joanna. I didn't think so. And you see what happened. Nobody even thought Masvidal was gonna start Ben the way he did. MMA is one of those sports that's the craziest things happen. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that Leon beats him, but I'm just saying I can't just throw it out the wall like, no, he has no way. Like, MMA is crazy, bro. It's crazy. So it's not one of those sports where we can really think, what do they do with the winner? It's kind of like, we just got to see how things play out. You know what I mean? Because there's injuries. Someone can get hurt.
Yeah.
Usman can tear his knee. I know he has bad knees and a fucked up hip. So things can, over the next couple fights, things can literally drastically change. So we can't really look what's next. I think we got to just kind of look at what's now. You do have, what's his name? The Russian dude. What's his name? Who's fighting? Kamzat. You got him coming up. You still have Leon Edwards there. We still, you know what I mean? The winner can fight whoever. I don't know.
Yeah, I was just actually about to ask Dwayne, like would a fight with, like, let's say Kamzat beats Burns, you think like maybe a fight between Kamzat and the winner of this fight would make sense?
Yes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it would it would exactly make sense. Listen, I don't think these guys are even going to sign up to try and fight Kamzat. I think he's going to be probably like a straight to the title sort of guy. But listen, there's still a few other contenders, guys. Don't forget, there's still a guy like Vicente Luque. You can't overlook him. You know, he's staring right in at. I believe he's like 6 or something like that. You know, Vicente Luque. You got Bilal. So let me break it down really quick. I think.
Yeah, we lost you. We lost you.
I can hear him.
You know.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, you're better now.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Listen, so I think what you can do with Masvidal, if Masvidal wins, I mean, I give him that rematch, but if he doesn't, I think at the end of the day, I don't really see this kind of going Masvidal's way, to be honest. But I think if Masvidal loses, there is options. That is the best part. Masvidal does have Diaz too. He could immediately go get that as another bag he could pick up right away. And it keeps his name still relevant and still in the good hands of the MMA crowd here.
He could fight Leon,
so that's good.
If
Masvidal loses, he still has a nice fight. He could even pick up somebody like Bilal Muhammad, you know, who's still going to make him relatively look good, or maybe not. Bilal Muhammad's not really that bad of a fighter either. And then at the same time, Covington, what you could do with him, you could put Luque against him too. You know, so there's still options out there. Like, don't overlook Luque. Don't overlook Bilal Muhammad still, you know. So
Adrian, go ahead and what you were saying.
So here's the thing, right? Let's just go by dates. We got March 5th. We have Colby versus Usman. Colby was Usman's last fight. Colby already has a fight signed. Usman, nothing. We just hear crickets. You have to. The dates are so important for these title contenders and these main event guys, because March 5th, boom, it's gone. And then you have Kamzat and Gilbert Burns for April, I think April 9th or whatever. So all the writing's on the wall. Dwayne, he might have got a late Christmas gift with Usman versus Leon Edwards. We'll see. I think that's probably the fight that they're going to make. It's just, I guess they're working out dates. So then, yeah, like, like what the Mr. Ahmed said, like what happens. Both guys had 2 chances to fight Usman. They lost 2 times. They're not going to get a third fight.
I agree. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense when if Khamzat looks really good against Gilbert Burns, he's next. Like I don't even think there's a debate or discussion for it. I do love Bilal. I think him and Luque should fight. And then winner, is up next. Because you have to give Usman some new challenges.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens. I mean, as far as fight goes, this fight's going to be an amazing build-up. If Colby just demolishes him or vice versa, it's not going to be enough for a title shot. One of these guys is going to have to fight Khamzat and beat him. That's the only way I see them even, in the conversation for a title shot.
Okay. So really quickly, this fight's going to be on pay-per-view, right? Obviously, everything's on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Are you guys dishing out the $75 for it?
No.
Because they raised the prices, man. 75 a pop now.
It's actually not that bad because, like, when I order pay-per-views, I'll have, like, 2 or 3 friends over, and we'll all just chip in. It's not bad. It's $25 for 3 people. Like, buy the pay-per-views. It's really not that serious.
Man, shut the fuck up, man. You're on IPTV anyway. You don't order nothing.
Hold on. Are we just completely saying that Burns has no chance in that fight that's coming up? He is just completely.
No, not me.
Okay.
I think that fight is. I think Gilbert Burns is another excellent fighter. Excellent pressure. He could be the champ. I got a lot of love and respect for Gil. We all know Gilbert Burns is legit. Mm-hmm. I don't think anyone knows what Khamzat really is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
but his training partner, partner did come out and said that he's one of the hardest hitting, what's his name? The heavyweight /205er. I forget I can't think of his name right now. But he came out and he said that he hits like a heavyweight. And he's just
Alexander Gustafsson.
He's not gonna. Yes. Yeah, he said if he fights Usman, he's sleeping him. So.
What were you saying, Jew? You were saying something. Jew.
No. I said I do think Khamzat is a good fighter, and I think he's strong. I mean, not to bring race up, but them Russians are all like just natural, just monsters. They all hit hard. They're all physically just tanks. But Burns is a legit puncher, strong leg kicks, good wrestling defense. I mean, Burns is a beast, bro. I can't just like overlook him right in this fight. You know what I mean? Burns go out there and land a huge overhand, and he's the winner, and now he's back in the conversation for a title. I thought he was doing decent versus Usman. I don't really know what happened between those couple rounds. I feel like Burns could have done a little bit better than we've seen. I don't know if it was the moment. I don't make no excuse. Usman is a great fighter, but I think Burns is a lot better than people give him credit for.
Okay.
Yeah, he shot his load. He thought he knocked him out. That's really what happened. He gassed out.
So do you guys think that the fight is gonna be like? You guys is gonna be you feel like this fight is gonna be good, or do you guys think it's gonna be like one of those like maybe boring fights? Maybe Covington just decides to just.
It's not gonna be boring.
You don't think so? You think it's gonna be fireworks? What do you think, Dwayne?
I think it'll give us what we want to see for sure. It'll give the people what they want.
Bro, I really hope. I really truly hope that Covington decides to trade hands with him. Yo, that would be so fucking fire.
Colby
he's gonna definitely.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess, but like from the rumors that Adrian was talking about when he heard that he used to get washed by Colby. I heard that it was just pretty much just through grappling. I don't know if that's true.
I believe he got watched grappling, but also, bro, sparring is sparring. You know what I mean? Especially in MMA, and they probably haven't sparred in freaking years, bro. Like, Masvidal has become. I don't know, Colby's got better, but Masvidal has got a lot better. From the years ago. So I can't. You know what I mean? I think people forget how good he did do versus Usman in the first fight. Like I said, he's very explosive, and he's very explosive. I think that's his.
He was winning the first fight before the stoppage.
Short notice.
Yeah.
Short notice too.
Yeah. The first fight where he cracked his jaw or wherever it was that he did to him, he was winning the fight before he got stopped.
Yeah.
So Colby Covington, he's legit, bro. He's legit. I think he beats Masvidal trading or grappling, whatever way. Honestly, I don't want to make it seem like I think he does it easy, but I don't think he'll struggle too much with Masvidal. Unless they trade, unless they just stand and simply just trade hands, and then
They're
I can
gonna
see
trade, bro. I don't see Colby just. I don't really see Colby. I mean, I can see Colby going to the clinch, but you got two very prideful fighters with bad blood, and Colby has shown us countless times he's okay with standing and going to war with you. He's not a just. Even as good as his wrestling is, he's not a fighter that just. I'm gonna just take you down. I haven't really seen that from him. I think that he's gonna strike with Masvidal. I feel like he's gonna want to go out there and prove I'm the better striker. I'm the better wrestler. I'm better at everything than you. So we're gonna get a lot of standing exchanges.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be fun. I think don't be surprised if he rocks Colby. I think it's gonna be one of those fights where we're gonna be like, oh shit, like I think it's gonna be one of those fights. I don't think it's just a complete wash. I just don't think it's a complete wash.
Adrian, who do you think wins the war of trash talk? Who do you think wins that one?
Colby. You're not beating Colby in a war of words.
I don't know, man.
You know what it is, man?
Really nice with the mic, though.
Talking boxing earlier today, it's so refreshing when you bring up an MMA like UFC because we're getting all these wonderful, amazing fights. Boxing, it's the complete opposite.
Oh my
we're
God.
Just begging. Bro, we've been like in boxing, it's like the fan gets nothing, like one drop of water.
Dwayne, I'm telling you, bro,
here.
never ever getting to boxing because you will be so disappointed.
Yeah.
So disappointed.
Yeah.
Oh
Smart
my God,
man.
dude.
Smart man. It's just
especially
it hurts.
coming from being an MMA fighter where every fight you want gets made.
Yeah.
To come into a sport where like the fight you want that you want to see gets made like 20 years later. It's terrible.
Yeah,
I hope it stays this way, Johnny. I really hope MMA and UFC stays this way where we get just amazing fights for the fans. We're spoiled. I honestly feel like we're spoiled as UFC fans because these fights that are just being made, every day it's a new fight, and it's just like, oh man, this feels good. This is great.
Yo, Ju, really quickly because it looks like you about to head to the gym. Who do you think was the? You said what?
No, you good.
Okay, who do you think wins the trash talking war?
Yeah, Colby. I heard you say Colby Masvidal is good with his words, but not really. I mean, he says a couple funny things, but I feel like Masvidal gets emotional sometimes. When I think of trash talkers, you got Chael Sonnen, Conor McGregor, Colby. These guys are elite of the elite when it comes to running their mouths, and they don't get emotional. You know what I mean? And so Masvidal gets emotional. You know what I mean? He definitely does. I just seen a video of him trying to fight with a fan. I mean, Masvidal definitely gets emotional.
I seen that. Some TikToker, I think. It was a guy on TikTok, right? I'm like, God damn, Masvidal picking fights with TikTokers now, bro. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
That shit was hilarious. Dwayne, who do you think was that war?
Listen, I think Kobe wins it, but I think what he said was pretty good too. Masvidal's pretty emotional. I mean, he's gonna have his little like, oh, that dude's a bitch, but other than that, that's about it. I see. The reason why I think Kobe mainly with all this is because even though most of the people don't like to hear him talk, he's learning from the best, and that's Uncle Chael P. Sonnen.
Yeah, Chael Sonnen, best of the best, man, when it came to trash talk, and I love that guy. Yo, so really quickly, Miesha Tate and Lauren Murphy. That's being discussed for May 14th. Do you guys like that fight at all?
That's going to be at 125 too, I believe. That's so because Juliana Pena won, who's teammates with Miesha Tate. So Juliana Pena is going to stay there, be champ or defend it, and then Miesha Tate's moving down, so she doesn't have to stay in that realm to fight potentially her friend, and she's going to move down to 125. I think for Miesha, it'll just pretty much be what is the weight cut going to do to her, So we'll just have to wait and see for that.
What do you think, Adrian?
I think no one beats Valentina Shevchenko. Not Amanda, not Juliana. I don't think it matters. Valentina she's the Michael Jordan of women's MMA. She's the best. She's the GOAT. I don't think any of these girls can compete with her. I think if she rematches Amanda or you feed her to Juliana, she's not losing to either. She's the best, in my opinion. I don't even like women's MMA. You know, outside of the little flyweights, you know, Thug Rose and Joanna Jacek and Wei Lee. Those girls are good, but no one's on Valentina's. I mean, I'm sorry, no one's on Shevchenko's level. Nobody. None of the girls are. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Ju, what do you think?
Can you repeat that fight? Because you guys brought up Valentina, so I got confused. Are we talking about Lauren Murphy versus who?
Misha Tate.
So I'm gonna be rooting for Lauren because she's from Alaska. You know what I'm saying? I'm rooting
Alaska
for the
pride.
hometown girl. Yeah, I'm rooting for the hometown girl. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but Misha Tate's probably gonna ragdoll her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
No, you know what? The women's fights are, you know, when you think it could go one way, for women's MMA will always prove to you that the underdog is always in it. So you never know in women's MMA because they're not that good. So
No,
really, I
definitely.
actually think they're very entertaining.
Entertaining, yeah, but I'm talking skill wise. They're really not that good. Amanda should have never lost that fight to Juliana. That's oh man, don't even get me started.
Damn, how do you feel about that, Dwayne?
Yeah, Juliana, that was just, I don't know. I think it was just a fluke win. I think Amanda's getting that belt right back. She's going to come back mad.
It's not a fluke because I called the win. It's not a fluke.
You know,
it's hard to say it's a fluke.
On my predictions before, I actually said, will there be a new champion too? And I was having that feeling all night like Amanda was going to lose, but I took Amanda to win. And then she ended up losing, and I was like, man.
It's just MMA, bro. These guys, they win, and then they finally just lose. And it's like, I didn't see that coming. So I'm so used to them win. I'm always waiting. Because, like, to me, kind of Usman is at that point where it's kind of like he's almost due for a loss soon, unless he's a GSP type of guy that just doesn't lose. But in MMA, it's very rare. These guys usually lose, and it's usually to the person that nobody expects it to be to.
Yep. I swear that's always what it's like.
Yeah.
Yo, guys, did you guys see the scuffle really quickly? Because I'm about to end because it was just a quick stream. Did you guys see the scuffle with Kamzat and those security people?
Yeah.
Did you guys see that shit?
Yeah.
Yo, that shit was bro. Yo, Kamzat is fucking
You know what?
wild, bro.
The one thing that I learned very early in my life, don't ever even think about getting into a fight with a fighter or boxer, professional boxer or professional fighter. Just don't do it. I know some people think they're tough, like Drew. He's, doing some little sit-ups. He thinks he thinks he could fight.
Adrian,
don't fuck with the pro.
Yo, you gotta see him and Ring going at it. Yo, this shit be hilarious in the group chat, bro. Oh,
don't fuck with the pro fighter. And Kamzat, he's a gangster. That's not one guy you want to fuck with. I can tell you that right now.
All right, well, guys, look, this was only going to be a quick stream.
Adrian, I'm gonna be hold on.
Oh, hold on. He got something to say. Go ahead.
Hey, Adrian, I'm gonna try to beat that way in the summertime, so you better have your mouthpiece and gloves ready.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be in New York. He's gonna be in New York.
Listen, the punching bag doesn't hit back. Just remember that. All right.
Oh shit, we gotta call up. Hey, Dwayne. We got another fight. Let's talk about it.
Hey, I'm gonna call Uncle Dana right now.
Bro, my man's got 100 pounds on me, bro.
Nah, he not that heavy.
No, don't use the weight. Don't use the weight. You were talking. We gonna work now.
Nah, you're not that heavy, KP.
down.
You're like 180. What are you? 180, 200, something like that.
Who's 180?
You?
Well, I'm like 250. What are you talking about?
For real? You don't look 250. Man, I thought
Hey, I'm gonna get some Canelo tacos.
Like 180 by now.
Nah, bro. You said what?
Damn.
I'm getting some Canelo tacos, yo. I'm gonna go to Mexico and get me some street tacos, some street beef.
All right, fellas, man, I want to thank you for coming on. Thank you for everybody that was watching. I think we only had about like 15 people. It was a very small little view today, but it was very quick and short and wasn't planned. But anyways, thank you guys for being on. Thank you for everybody who watched. Everybody go subscribe to the MMA Ticket, and we're gonna be in tomorrow around I think 3 p.m. If you guys want to join on, like I said, my MMA coach is gonna be on, and we're gonna chop it up, talk boxing, talk some MMA. So I'm gonna holla at y'all, fellas.
All right, bro.
All right, have a good one, guys.
Peace.